morning. So in my last video, I talked about my tracker and how I totally fell off the wagon with cleaning or tracking cleaning. I have cleaned, I have tidied, but I didn't feel like checking off every single thing. So my new idea, I think I mentioned it, was to have this tracker where I have this picking habit, which can be, putting away the dishes, sorting laundry, and so on. And I just make a check mark every time I do some kind of picking, arranging, organizing stuff and putting it away. So this morning, these two marks for Monday and Tuesday are for the dishes. But this morning, I put away the laundry while I was waiting for my porridge to cook. I was so excited about this that I haven't even eaten the porridge yet because I had to tell you. No, but I have this on my health tab, actually. I have my routine for the day, and oh, I see I haven't done this. Well, anyway, but my basic routine that I'm trying to keep up is, first I have my coffee and I journal and play around with my planner. Then I make porridge, and while I wait for the porridge, I just put, I pour hot water on oats. And while that cooks, I do something to do with laundry. Normally it's like folding and putting it away, but I can also go down to the basement and actually put in a new load in the washing machine. But since I have trouble with my knee, now I'm I'm talking about something else, but never mind, I associate different things. I have trouble with my knee, so I have realized that I can't, or I can, but it's better to plan my habits for when I'm actually on the right floor, because we have a big house with several floors, and I try to avoid the stairs, which means that, the laundry is in the basement, and the best time to put in new loads in the washing machine is when I go down there to do my cycling, because the exercise bike is also in the basement. So I'm trying to batch habits based on where I am, which means that in the morning, when I'm usually upstairs, I try to do my tidying, decluttering habit on that floor, because for a while I tried to put away dishes around noon or around lunch. That means I have to go to the bottom floor where the dishwasher is, and I don't eat lunch there. I eat lunch on the top floor, or not the top floor. I'm on the top floor now where the office is. Okay, there are 4 levels to this house. Okay, it's big, but it's not natural for me to go downstairs just to put away the dishes. So it's better to do that in the evening, because we dinner downstairs. But I try to wash the dishes by hand upstairs around lunch, because that's where I am. So all this to say that I'm just trying to build habits, and to do it in a natural way. When I have pockets of time, that's when I try to insert stuff. Like when I wait for the porridge to cook, I do the laundry. While I wait for my lunch in the microwave, I wash the dishes, because otherwise those are pockets of time when you would be perhaps tempted to scroll on your phone, or waste time. But I'm trying to, because there is like 3 or 4 minutes in the microwave you know, when I cook my lunch, leftovers, and that's not a lot of time. So, you know, even for me, that's doable, you know, to wash the dishes for 3 or 4 minutes. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, I'm trying to insert these tiny habits in logical places. But I was also thinking this morning, I'm so long-winded, I'm sorry, but because I started talking about the tracker, so let's look at the tracker. I had a tracker that, you know, like in August last month, I had a ton of stuff I wanted to achieve. I had boxes to fill in, for example, clean the filter of the tumble dryer with 1 box, and I had Hoover with 2 boxes per week, so 8 boxes. And I just, I looked at that tracker and I was like, fuck you, I don't want to. But I do want to clean, I do want to tidy. It's just that, you know, checking off every single thing, I don't know, and planning things long before it's time to do them. I mean, there was an amount of freedom because I could choose, you know, any item on any given day, as long as I did it before the month was over. But just seeing that list was not inspiring. It was inspiring in August, but not in September, so no, it was inspiring into July. I don't remember. Some months, they're different, you know. Sometimes you want the whole thing, you know, it's laid out, I know exactly what's happening, and some months just, no, I'm gonna wing it. So I've been winging it this month, but I had a new idea, which was, and I had the idea when I was journaling this morning. So here, I think, to check the someday maybe list for cleaning. So I have a list of ideas for what to do in my someday maybe insert here. So this is my cleaning spread. These are things to, like a list to pick and choose from. And I thought, you know, while I journal in the morning, I could just scan this and see if anything pops out, and then put that on my weekly in pencil, because it's not, I don't have to do it, but it's an idea. And I did it this morning, and actually the wash basin jumped out at me, and I felt like, yeah, it's probably time to clean the wash basin. So I went to my weekly and I put wash basin on today's square. And also the microwave. The reason why these pop out at me is probably that I've felt subconsciously that they're kind of grimy, so it's time to do it. It just hasn't surfaced to my conscious mind yet because I dread doing it or whatever. But I put those 2 things, wash basin and microwave. And probably when I do clean the wash basin, I will probably clean other things in the bathroom while I'm there. So I don't have to put the whole thing. I don't have to put bathroom, which feels big and overwhelming. I just put wash basin, which is, you know, 1 minute and you're done. But then, you know, while you're in the flow, maybe you do other things as well. And when I do the microwave, I will probably clean the surfaces around the microwave because I'm on a roll. But putting these smaller tasks on today's, it's not a daily, I don't know what to call it, this square, Wednesday box, the Wednesday box, okay. Putting small actions on the Wednesday box perhaps will get me going. I don't know yet. Hoping that it will. But as I said, in pencil, to signify that it's not mandatory, because GTD forbids you to put non-mandatory stuff on the calendar. But sometimes I just need to be reminded. I mean, I have my next action lists and all those things, but sometimes I need to see it visually how I might organize my day, and then I put things on the daily box. So I cheat a little, but as long as it works, you know, who cares? What else? Well, I could just mention the reason why I got the idea to check the cleaning tab for stuff in the morning. I mean, I journal every morning, and one of the things I do daily is to answer 3 questions. I don't know why I haven't talked about this, because it's a really good thing. I got the idea from a woman, a job coach that I saw last autumn for a while. And she said every morning she answered these 3 questions. 1, what did I do for myself yesterday? 2, what did I learn about myself yesterday? And 3, what do I want to do for myself today? And these questions, I mean, you're not supposed to answer things that you should do, like, oh, I cleaned the whole house. Well, you can if you feel like this was something I did for myself. But the point is, you know, to highlight the stuff that you actually do to be kind to yourself. Like, well, I took the evening off and watched Netflix. Maybe that was what you needed. Or I took a bath, or I took a walk and because I really needed some air. Or I stood up for myself or something. And the second question, what did I learn about myself, is often quite difficult to answer, because, you know, do you really learn something about yourself every day? Well, sometimes I write stuff that are confirmed, that I've learned in the past, but, you know, it takes a while for it to sink in. So that's one thing I do every morning. But then I was thinking this morning that, again, I'm watching Monique Smith, and I'm so inspired by her system and how she journals about several different things each morning. And I want to do that. But it's hard to know what to journal about, because she sets it all up beforehand. When she makes her monthly book, she draws boxes and makes headings, because she does the same thing every day. And I don't think that's for me, because if everything is pre-planned, I feel stifled. But I still want to have some kind of structure and a routine. So it's a fine balance to strike. But this morning I thought, I'm sorry, I just woke up. I thought, well, maybe I could have a routine where I check my project spreads, or one of them, at least one of them, every morning. Not my project spread, my someday maybe lists, like someday maybe projects. And I journal about something that jumps out at me every day. And like, for example, this morning I checked my health tab in the someday maybe insert. I'm not going to show you that because it's got health information on it. There was one thing that jumped out at me, and I thought, that's something I should get checked, actually. It's time. You know, it was a year since I did this. So I journaled about that. And then I thought, maybe do this about cleaning. And that's why I checked the cleaning tab, and the wash basin jumped out at me. But it's one idea for journaling when you have trouble thinking of things to write about. You know, write about your projects, or the projects that are on hold, and just because maybe if you journal about maybe some renovation you want to do around the house, that you sort of feel guilty about because you never get around to it. If you journal about it because you flip through your someday maybe lists and oh that one, I should wallpaper the TV room. And if you journal about it, maybe you realize that, well, it's not a good time right now because we need to do this thing before, or I don't actually have all the tools, so maybe go to the shops and get that, blah, blah, blah. So it's a kind of review. It's a way to do your review, to journal about it and not just read through your lists and try to come up with next actions, or you can actually write about it and just mull on it in the morning to wake up your brain. So I thought that was a good idea. And now I'm going to finally eat my porridge and then get going with the rest of my day.